my expectations were so low at that point that I was like, just get it over with. Hey, what's up, guys? The Super Tech Bros. We are here to give you our thoughts and review of the Game of Thrones finale.
Our
Uh,
our thoughts.
yeah.
It's been 10 years.
I think you're right. Well,
Ten
close
years.
to 10 years, whatever it may be. I don't know.
It's
I'm gonna be honest. I was underwhelmed.
so I mean we got a few talking points, and the first one is like right at the beginning of the show where we see Tyrion observing like the catastrophe around him and everything. Um, and we
By the
also
way, yeah, keep a good take a good look at all the destruction.
so we see Tyrion observing, the whole catastrophe and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
he sees on fire and he walks by like some fucking ghoul.
Oh yeah, that
Because
guy like was totally dying.
yeah,
And
that guy needs some
hey,
rat away, dude.
but yeah,
Yeah, that shit
Tyrion's
looks scary.
observing everything. Jon confronts uh, Grey Worm here because he's about to kill these soldiers that are obviously like the last of the resistance, and they could just be taken prisoner or whatever. They're not even struggling at all.
Yeah, so
And
these guys are like so John is confronting and there's a little bit of tension there. He's like, "Oh, I only follow my queen's order or whatever. I don't follow your orders." So, and the guys are just kneeling there and it's like, yeah, they're not complaining. They're not saying, "Oh, we'll bend the knee to the queen or whatever. We hate Cersei too. We're just following orders." They're not even fighting for their life. They're like, "Yeah, whatever, kill us."
then Jon
And
is
look,
like, "Oh, just kidding, bye."
all right, JK, LOL, go on. It doesn't
BRB,
matter. No,
bye
but when we
guys.
were talking about this part, is like it was like kind of like a meta message that the Lannister soldiers were like Game of Thrones fans that were just like, yeah, whatever, just get it over with,
the
kill us.
the
This thing
personification
all
of the Game of
sucks.
Thrones fans' hopes and dreams, and
Yeah, that was
they just gave up.
they they were even struggling. They were like, yeah, we're ready for this.
All right,
We're ready for this to end.
just kill me, please.
Yeah.
And then Tyrion going through the whole catastrophe, and then finding Jamie and his sister
Yeah.
like pretty much
Oh,
dead.
look at
And one of the things that confused me is like, is he mourning for both his brother and his sister, or is he just mourning for
I,
Jamie?
yeah, I thought that he is mourning for both of them. I don't know. There was this whole love hate relationship with Cersei. Well, mostly hate for Cersei. I mean, Cersei wanted him dead, but I don't know. It kind of ambiguous. Definitely he's sad for Jamie, but who knows? Maybe I guess he's sad. The way that they presented this scene, it seems like he's sad for both of them.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, they did have like he was legitimately trying to stop like bloodshed, and he didn't want her to just like
He
get
wanted.
killed.
I don't care. I don't know if he cares so much about Cersei, but he wanted Cersei to survive for that baby or whatever that she had. She was preggers apparently this whole time, but
Man,
whatever.
that's kind of messed
She
up
was
because she
she was
got
preggers for like fucking 3 years, like we
yeah
said on the
in Game
previous
of Thrones
video.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're talking about Game of Thrones where you can
dude, that
teleport.
baby was way overdue. I think that shit probably died. I
Oh
don't know
man.
if they knew this, but I think that baby was dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So he may be mourning for both of them. But yeah, like it's basically the whole beginning is like this, observation of the chaos that just happened before, and then
Yeah,
all of the
he's like super
characters.
upset and he's smashing the bricks and shit.
Yeah, like I mean, you could
And
tell
then
he knew he fucked up.
Yeah, and then we see Arya, and she's
Yeah.
just walking.
Where the
Where
hell
the
is the
fuck is
horse?
the horse?
That's our first point. The white horse. Where the hell is the white horse? Like,
They
what was the
made this
point of that?
big deal with that scene at the end of the fucking previous episode, all like trying to hint and shit, and like being all subversive and shit. And it's like, where the fuck is the horse
Yeah,
now?
and you know what the thing is? Like, you even see the at Davos and stuff like that. Like in the beginning when they're walking, like um, they take a look at the burned bodies of these people on the ground, and like one of them is, You know,
Oh
the
yeah,
little
the
girl's
girl with the
hand.
little horse, tin horse. Yeah. So yeah, that's the same place where we see Arya in the last episode get on a horse and like gallop out or whatever.
Yeah, this
So
one, yeah, like that the little girl's holding the horse and stuff like that.
what the
And
fuck happened to the horse?
yeah,
I
like
think
it
the
was
horse was like, "Fuck this, I'm done. I don't want to be
nah.
part of this shit anymore."
I think that they literally just wanted to end this
Forgot.
show. They wanted to end this show. There's so many things that did not happen. So many things that didn't get brought up. Look, one of the most important things now that Tyrion is oh whatever, we'll leave that for the end. I'll just mention it at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's observing this whole thing, and then like you all of a sudden you see Arya walking around without the horse, and what the hell? What was the point of the
Hey, I'm
horse?
walking here.
Move, bitch, get out the way. And then with her freaking concussion. And yeah,
Yeah,
like
and
you were
she.
pointing out that she has significantly less blood and dirt on her, so she found
I
like
think
some
so.
bathroom somewhere.
I think what happened is she got on the horse, went to like a neighborhood, like city
And
around
she
there,
just
something, some
washed
other
up and then came
town.
back.
She cleaned herself up a little bit, and then told the horse fuck off, and then she came back walking.
That is true. Or she just wiped her face on the horse's body and just like left it
Maybe
there.
yeah. The horse is like
Uh,
fuck you, bitch.
yeah, I thought it
Oh,
was
by the
retarded.
way,
There's no point to the white horse.
yeah, fucking retarded.
By
All
the
the
way, what?
symbolism there was for nothing.
Exactly.
So
What
no,
were
no,
you
go
gonna
on.
say?
Go on.
So now the next point is Daenerys' inconsistencies. So like
But
here.
wait, before you say that, so a couple of scenes ago, we saw John confront Grey Worm, and Grey Worm stays behind, killing the soldiers. We see him like cut their throats, and John and that was just beeline to where over here to this scene to where Danny is,
Oh yeah,
and
Danny.
then when John gets there, fucking Grey Worm's already there.
At the
He's
top of
like
the stairs.
chilling. He has like blood in his armor and shit from the people he killed. He's just chilling in the wall there, like, and gives him a stank look. I'm like,
Yeah, dude. And at
did
the
he just
top of the
fucking
stairs.
teleported?
And at the top of the stairs too.
Yeah.
It's
He
like,
just motherfucker just teleported. maybe he went around the whole city and shit, and then got there before him.
maybe
He ran
Daenerys
really
gave him a
fast.
ride. Maybe Daenerys found him like over there, like in the streets, and she's like, "Hey, you need a ride?" And then they just got there at the same
Yeah.
time.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was retarded. So one of the things is, she's making the Hitler speech,
Oh yeah, she
and
goes full Hitler.
yeah, but like so at this point, what they're trying to prove that she's gone batshit crazy. So
Yeah. By the way, go back a little bit to where we can see her from the back, and we can see how many soldiers are in front of her. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, there's the scene where Drogon is behind her, and he's pressed the wings,
yeah,
and it's like all symbolic and shit. Kind of like the same thing with the white horse at the last episode, making it look like she's the devil now, whatever. Oh yeah, guys are so smart.
yeah, whatever. Yeah, she
So yeah,
has.
fucking regenerating fucking Sully army.
Yeah, so that was
Full
the
effect.
point of the last episode.
And look
It's
at the
like,
tracking there, dude.
yeah, there's like
What is
thousands of
happening?
them. Yeah, dude. Like she literally has a regenerating army. They just keep coming back.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
There's so many of them now. Like she
Yeah,
could.
I think that. You remember how you were saying that the dragons can reproduce asexually?
That's
I think that's what the dragons Sully are doing. They're like fucking amoebas, dude. They can like, they can just divide, and then there's two of them like a fucking cell,
fucking
like a single
Jesus.
cell organism.
What are which organisms can reproduce asexually besides single celled organisms? Like I think it's like an actual living organism.
I think some like
It's not a seahorse, right? No, the seahorse is a male, but
nah.
he receives the females.
I think some portals and stupid shit like that can do that.
They're a bunch of corals.
Yeah.
They look like corals. They just freaking stand there. Jesus. So
Fucking retarded.
yeah, the inconsistencies with her character are one of the biggest things that they didn't like go through in this show, in this episode. Like she's going crazy, so she's unstable. She wants to kill everybody.
Yeah,
and yet
she's
she
all like, go ahead.
yeah, and then she basically, she has enough mind to just not kill Tyrion when he basically just says, "I quit." You know.
No, and then that's the other part. So here first she's all like doing her Hitler speech. She's like, oh, we've been people have been suffering underneath the wheel long enough, so we're gonna liberate them.
By killing them.
Okay, by fucking burning them alive. Cool story, bro. And she's like, we're gonna liberate. We liberated the city. We're gonna liberate Dorne. We're gonna liberate Winterfell, or every place. And it's like, okay, Dorne already. The guy already knew, and he already is supporting you. So what?
Oh yeah, and the thing too, like when she's saying all this crazy crap, like Arya looks like she's understanding what she's saying.
Yeah, she's talking in High Valyrian, so like obviously only do the Dothraki know High Valyrian? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they
so
do.
like supposedly only her people know, and I guess Tyrion, he's like a level 1 High Valyrian fucking.
Yeah, he's like,
he knows a little bit.
Yeah, there's
And
some.
Arya, I don't know. Arya has that weird face on her stupid head, and then I guess I don't know if they trying to tell us that she understands it or not.
Yeah.
Maybe she knows High Valyrian from her time in Bravos. I don't know.
I mean, this was
They
one of the
never
things
really
that I
say
just didn't understand, like in this episode. Like, what did they mean about like this character's reaction or whatever, you know? I mean, the next thing is what you were talking about with the whole.
So wait,
thing.
before you go on, so she does her hate speech, and the fucking her regenerating army is all like, yeah, and especially the Dothraki is like, fuck yeah, now we're gonna get to do what we do best, fucking rape and pillage and kill people.
Exactly.
And then she finishes. And she's all hyped up. She's like fucking super hyped. And she tells Tyrion, oh yeah, by the way, you fucking loser. I know you liberated your brother. And I told you I will kill you next time you betray me.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, just arrest him. Yeah. Like, why didn't you go Dracarys? Boom. Kill this son of a bitch right now, right there and there.
Yeah, it's a huge inconsistency in her character. Like
in the past,
she's losing her mind.
She's been super eager to burn people. She's like fucking. She loves burning people. She's the Mad Queen now. So what is she waiting for?
Yeah, and on top of that, like Mad Queen, just like the Mad King, is basically they feel like they can't trust anybody. They feel like they're just alone. So like, why the hell is she forgiving like left and right Jon and Tyrion, like just kind of like not doing much about it, like instead of going batshit crazy, like she's literally talking about killing a ton, like millions of people in Westeros.
Like the writers D&D want to feed this new perspective about Dany to us that like, oh yeah, she's a mad person now, but then it's not consistent.
Yeah, it makes me think that like it was just a badly like written character at the end, or just put together wrong.
So go back a little bit when they first start taking. Oh yeah, this scene. So we see Jon and Arya here right after they take Tyrion, and Arya is telling him Jon is like, yeah. By the way, she's a killer. I know one when I see one, or something like that. It's like, no shit, Einstein. She just fucking killed 1 million people, and you just realize she's a killer. I think we all fucking know this. Look at Arya fucking telling us the obvious. Oh, I know a killer when I see one. Shit.
that deserved like a fist bump to Arya. Like they would have like fist bumped. They were like, "Thank you, man."
All right, Captain Obvious.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, she did her ninja sneaking, and then she appeared behind fucking Jon.
Dude, and still, where the hell are her powers?
Yeah, faceless man's powers.
What is happening?
What? Like, I think the writers forgot about it.
Like they literally.
Arya kind of forgot her training in Bravo, so she forgot she had the faceless man powers.
She has a 3-year MP regeneration rate. We decided to change that in the patch notes. MP regeneration is gonna be slowed down by 120%. Arya won't be able to do magic anymore.
Man, honestly, like by season 6 and still season 7, Arya was one of my favorite characters. And after this season, I was like, It's like it felt so forced every time she was on screen. It's like, why is she here? Stop it!
That's the
It's like
thing.
they were trying to force feed us the fucking Arya character,
And then the
she
whole
didn't
thing.
do anything the whole time other than fucking stab the Night King his meat prop like in the belly and
And
shit.
so
It's so
so
fucking
so
stupid.
brown eyes, brown eyes,
Yeah,
blue eyes, green eyes
whatever.
last. What happened to
They
that? What
told you it doesn't mean shit. Nothing means anything
dude?
anymore.
Life has no meaning. Kill me.
It's completely worthless information. It's just tropey shit that they're trying to feed us to like fucking throws off of the trail and try to chalk us. That's
Dude,
all this shit
it
was.
feels like they're like literally looking at us and be like, you guys are a bunch of retards. We're gonna fucking like write this story enough for like retards to be happy about it. Oh, thank you.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
oh,
green eyes. She's
oh.
so gonna kill Cersei. Cersei's done. And then they were all surprised when she didn't kill Cersei. It's like, oh my god, what a fucking twist! I can't believe she didn't get to kill Cersei. Wow,
No,
she walked all the way to the Red Keep and walked back because of the fucking, because of the
she
Hound.
she
That's
even had.
amazing. This is the best written show ever.
She had a white horse, guys. I want a white horse. Whatever.
So stupid.
She, this whole thing, like, it feels like it's gonna be different in the books because it doesn't make sense. Like, Arya probably would have died. She probably would
Oh
have
yeah.
died killing Cersei, or
At
even
least when
Daenerys.
when she was in the last episode that she got burnt, she gets burned like 3 times and like 3 buildings fall on her. The
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah. It's stupid, stupid as hell.
Yeah.
So anyways, then
So
comes.
so wait, in this scene he goes to see Tyrion, and by the way, take a good look at the fucking security that Tyrion has in his fucking cell.
Yeah,
Very
give me your
important.
sword. He gives them their sword and
He
everything.
gets
He's like,
disarmed. There's like fucking 10 unsub there, ready to pounce. So
yeah,
Tyrion got good security. That's important.
yeah. And then, like, they're talking about the whole thing. Like, Tyrion is obviously laying it all out. He knows he fucked up, and he's like trying to, convince Jon to take the throne and do something about Daenerys or whatever. Um,
I guess, yeah, whatever. I
but
thought this
then,
whole scene was pretty stupid in my opinion.
but then after this, like, the queen is completely unguarded. She just has
Yeah,
Drogon.
John just walks. There's nobody there. There's nobody with a smile
Yeah,
in
like
Queen
Tyrion.
that.
Tyrion, a prisoner, has more security than
Yeah.
freaking. I mean, to be honest, Drogon is a pretty good security
Drogon is
system.
not going to be like, oh, take off your sword before you go see her. That's
Sorry,
not
sir.
his job. He's not a fucking bodyguard.
We can't
Whoa,
accept those
wait, wait,
things
wait,
here.
wait, wait, wait. I can't let you go in there with a sword, buddy. The dagger too. Leave it at the door.
Calm down, sir. Do not bring those toothpicks in here.
Yeah.
It's like
No pointy things. I hate pointy things.
yeah, and then the whole thing.
She's here by herself. No fucking security
And then this is the
whatsoever.
other thing. Like, she's the Mad Queen. She, we've been fed this thing that she can't trust anybody anymore. It's just not happening. She's lost everybody that she can trust. And then, like, and then she's like freaking trying
Yeah, I'm
to
cool
get
with John
John.
here. Like, look, John is a direct threat to her. He
Yeah,
is the legit heir to the fucking throne. Uh, and she's all cool and chummy with him now.
yeah,
Like
like
she already had a fallout with him in the last episode. They were trying
exactly.
to kiss and he fucking backed out. He's like, all right, let it be fear now.
Yeah,
So
and
that they're trying to feed us this narrative
just
that
fucking
that's part of the reason why she went crazy.
yeah, pushing it down our throats, and it's just inconsistent. Complete
Like
inconsistency.
if she were mad, like we seen like her dad go mad, like he started killing and burning people that because he was paranoid that people were out to get him and like people were conspiring against him, and he got a bunch of people burned because of that. So why is she not killing John? Why is she not having John killed or
Yeah, I don't
arrested at least or
understand. I
something?
mean, the argument
Or
can be
at least
made.
keep a fucking eye on the guy.
Yeah, yeah. The argument can be made that maybe she's, you know, like John said, oh yeah, she's not her father or whatever. But like to the point that they're trying to like spoon feed us this idea that she's the Mad Queen and she just wants the death of the world and just start fresh from the ashes kind of thing. Like she's not making much sense, or she's not acting in character. It's just it doesn't make any sense. It really
Yeah.
doesn't.
By the way,
Uh,
props to the actors, especially Emilia Clarke.
yeah.
Like, bro, hell, like they were given basically dog shit, and they
Let
did
me
a
just
hell of a job trying to sell us this shit.
put some sprinkles on it.
Yeah, they made lemonade out of fucking the fucking
Doctor.
turds.
Oh man. Yeah, and then then comes the whole point of literally the point
Yeah.
of John kills Cersei. I mean, Daenerys.
At
And
this point, she might as well be Cersei at
yeah,
that
I
point.
guess like it starts with incest and it ends with incest. So
And
I guess
she's an evil bitch at this point. Yeah.
exactly. So I mean, this whole time, she's there, dead, totally dead, and
Yeah.
then Drogon freaking finds out about it because I guess he has like a telepathic link or something with
Well,
her.
yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know.
And like he's completely mad. John thinks he's gonna die,
John
and
is like,
then
fuck, I'm gonna
yeah.
get burned.
Well, I mean, he kind
And
of
then,
he kind of came to terms with it. He was like, "Fuck it, whatever, let's do it."
yeah, whatever.
He was basically in this point, he was representing the fans' hopes and dreams, like that. Just kill me
Just
now.
kill me already.
Just let it be over.
So Jordan looks at the pointy thing that killed his mom, and then looks at the throne. Is also pointing. He's like, "Fuck you, throne! You killed my mom!" And then he just fucking burns the thing, dude.
So that's the thing. Like, so what do you think happened here? He literally thought that it was the throne that killed her, or
No,
did he think
so
that like if she can't have the throne, nobody can have it, or did he think this is all the throne's fault?
so here's the thing with this. So in the books, it is known. It is
It is
known.
known.
Dragons are as, if not more, intelligent than humans. They're like super intelligent beings,
Yeah.
and like they have very smart thoughts or whatever the fuck.
Yet they freaking get hit by these ballistas that came from like a freaking
Yeah.
like
So that's obviously inconsistent in itself. But in the books, they make it sound like they're supposed to be really smart creatures. So maybe he's making a point here is like, oh, political throne bullshit that got
yeah,
my mom killed. Fuck
it's
you,
all the
throne, and
throne's
I'm out of
fault.
here.
Yeah.
Like, killing John is not gonna make her come back, and he's the last Targaryen. Maybe he doesn't want to kill him for that. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too open-ended to really tell, but
Right. It's
it's
just
up for the viewer's interpretation, I guess.
exactly. So they just left it to the viewers, but like they've pretty much left a lot to the viewers' interpretation. Like this episode didn't feel like a good closure. Like I didn't feel like I got closure from it. And I think that's what the biggest reason that everybody is pissed off about it is that like it didn't feel like closure. Like there's
Yeah,
so many open
I
questions.
I didn't necessarily have a problem with this scene. I mean, it seemed symbolic or whatever of breaking. Danny finally got, like, I guess Drogo knew all along what Danny wanted to accomplish, what her vision really was, before they completely destroy her fucking character. Thank you very much, D&D. Like, he knew that what she wanted was to break the wheel, break this whole monarchy bullshit and whatever. And I guess symbolically he did that by burning the stupid throne.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I mean, obviously this generated a bunch of funny memes, and you know, that's really all we can look forward to at this point,
Oh
because how
man. Let them
pathetically
come.
disappointing this season and this ending was. So I'm happy just looking at memes at this point.
They were
So,
great.
but I didn't have necessarily a problem with this scene. I thought
All
it
right.
was fine. So
Yeah.
Robin just picks up his mom and he's like, "Fuck this place, I'm out of here."
Bye.
Laters just fucking disappears.
Exactly. So I mean, so the next thing is, what how
Like, how
the
much time
Dothraki and
passes?
everybody, yeah, like this has to have been pretty quick, like probably like the span of a few days at
We don't
most.
we don't know. I mean, I know that, like, these people are looking nappy as shit, and like their beards are all nasty looking and whatever. And I mean, we'll see further on ahead, but like they definitely got some work. They got some work done on the capital, and especially the Red Keep.
Yeah, that's true.
So this part is like probably the most retarded part of the whole episode.
It is like we were
So
talking about a freaking filler, like an anime filler.
yeah, it was like what the fuck. When I was watching this, like what the fuck, watching what the fuck is happening? Like first of all, who are these people and why are they here?
Well, I
Like
mean, you can
obviously we
tell
know,
that Dorn, the
yeah, Dorn, the unknown Dorn guy that we tell we see another family, we don't know who the fuck it.
well, that's the
Obviously we know Jara. Who the fuck is this guy next to Jara? Uh, whatever. Like, are they supposed to
I
be
think
the
that's the
representatives
representative
of?
of House Tully. I think that's the representative of House Tully.
No, because Edmund is there. Uh, Edmure, sorry, Edmure is there. Uh, like, why is Davos there? Why is Brian? Are they supposed to be these people? Are they supposed to be a representative of the main houses that
Well,
are still, doing stuff in Westeros,
well,
or is it
Davos
just a
said
random assortment of people that are like, all right, you'll?
Davos was there, and he said, "Oh, it's I don't know if I have a vote or not, or whatever." Like he
Why?
said that.
Okay, why is Brienne there then?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she is of one of the houses though.
No, she's not. I mean, she's Brienne from
Of Tarth.
of Tar. Tar is not one of the major houses of fucking Westeros. Tar is just one of the smaller, noble houses in the Stormlands. She's nobody, basically. When the biggest scheme of things, she's nobody. Why is she here? Why she has a boat? That makes absolutely no fucking sense.
A girl is nobody.
Yeah. And like, why are they listening to a fucking prisoner? Somebody that's a fucking deserter and fucking broke the law. Like a fucking prisoner. Why does he have a say?
Yeah, I don't know.
That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Like, look, we don't know how much time has passed since the scene where Danny dies, but it seems to be a fucking long time because later on we'll see King's Landing and it looks very nice. It looks very fucking nice. Like they got some work done. They construct like
They got some
that
contractors.
renovation job, man. They must have gotten some fast fucking workers. Let me tell you. And then why is Tyrion still alive?
Well, look,
Also, why
they
is Jon still alive?
that's the thing. So you remember, like Arya and Sansa were basically saying like like if you touch my brother, if you freaking like kill him or whatever, it's gonna be full out blown like war. So
That
they're
doesn't make any
basically
sense, bro. How much time has it passed? Let's say a month has passed.
they still have a shit ton of soldiers. There's a lot of soldiers in each side of the battle, and Drogon is not there anymore, kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure that like at this point it's just diplomacy.
The Unsullied and especially the Dothraki are savagely loyal to Daenerys.
I thought that they recognized the strong. So like if the one that they idolize is it's killed, the person that killed them is the one that
yeah, that becomes the new
the new
whatever.
Khal or whatever. So I don't think that the Dothraki would be an issue at that point. Like yeah, maybe the Unsullied because they are super loyal or whatever. I just don't know if
But I don't understand why the Unsullied, let's say a month, and that's probably a short amount of time. Why they would just sit in their asses for a month and be like, oh, we just keep this guy prisoner for some outside fucking people to come and tell us what to do with them.
That's
the last thing that the last thing that we saw Danny say to Tyrion is like, if you betray me again, you're dead. And then she should have killed him right there.
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, she killed Varys. She literally killed Varys in
what
the
was
same
gonna
night.
happen? What was supposed to happen was he's a prisoner now, and I'll get to you in a minute, and then I'm gonna burn you. So her last command was that he's to die. Jon fucking sneak attack and kill their queen. Assassinated their queen. And they just like, oh no, we're just gonna put you in prison and we're just gonna wait for some outsiders to come and tell us what to do with you. How does that make any sense?
What do we do? Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of holes in that in that development or whatever. There's a
It's
lot of
retarded.
open questions and stuff like that that could have happened, things that they could have done differently or whatever. In this case, with the time that's passed, like the only argument that could be said is, they were trying to avoid full-blown war. But at the same time,
Why?
a lot of time had passed, so like they didn't do anything in that time frame. Like when they learned that John killed their queen, like they literally didn't do anything. They just took him prisoner or whatever. It could have been out of respect. It could have been out of, I don't know. I mean, but it is weird. Yeah, it's true. It's weird.
Look,
And
and
and yeah,
also
this
like
whole scene
the
just
whole
felt like
thing.
super forced to begin with.
Look,
So
so the whole thing with let's assume that's true. Let's assume that they, for whatever reason, they're retarded and they were like, oh, we're gonna just put him in jail and we're gonna let these people from the outside come and tell us what to do. Okay, fine. Obviously they're still pissed, and in their mind, they have to pay and they have to die. But Sansa and these other stupid bitches are like, no, you can't kill them. Okay, think about the powers that are involved here, and first, the fucking Dothraki and the Unsullied have regenerating armies. So I don't know how many. At this point, a month after, they might have 1 million people in there. Who knows?
if they reproduce asexually, like
Second,
by
Second, the Iron Fleet, Jara is still at that point in the story. She's still loyal to Daenerys. Dorne still loyal to Daenerys. We don't know how many people he has or he doesn't. So at least two of the forces that are involved in that group of people are still loyal to Daenerys. So what makes us think that just because the North have, like, how many people do the North have? Half of them also died in the fucking in the
Battle of
episode
Winterfell.
with the Long Night, and then at least some of them died when they took fucking Kingsland in the last episode. I'm sure a couple got burned by the dragon by mistake. Oops, sorry. Like
Yeah,
they've been through a lot. Their forces are not like super like, oh yeah, we're ready to go. Like, what makes them think that just because they say, oh, we have you surrounded and shit, that means that they're gonna win?
so
That there's
that's
no guarantee. And like,
yeah,
look,
but
the Unsullied and the Dothraki, they kill their queen, their leader. They have nothing to live for. Those, especially Unsullied, they have no dicks. What do they have to live for?
dude, they
That's the
reproduce
person. That's their
like
basically
single-celled
their mother,
organisms.
the person that lives, and that they've been like they die for her in previous episodes, and now they're
Mommy,
cool.
mom,
It makes absolutely
mommy.
zero sense. This to me was this whole thing here was the stupidest thing of the whole episode, the whole season, and completely ruined fucking the finale for me.
Look,
Finale.
they have no idea. We at this point, there's so many open questions. We have no idea how many soldiers are left. They didn't like clearly state anything. They there's a bunch of things like that we're gonna discuss later, like about like all of the things that are left to question and for like true closure and all that stuff. But yeah, like we have no idea why they acted the way that they did and not killed John. They didn't
It's
kill
just not
Tyrion.
logical.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like as far as what the character development has been so far. You know,
And
he
then so past all that bullshit, moving forward. So Tyrion is a fucking at this point he's a prisoner. He broke the law. You know, he's a bad guy, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's a prisoner. And Grey Worm's like, you don't get to talk. And then he's like, okay, yeah, I don't get to talk, but check this out. I'm gonna talk for 10 minutes straight. Like, what? And basically, him single-handedly is the one that fucking influences all this fucking panel of random people that got assembled. Some of which are still loyal to Daenerys, and he's the one that convinces them all. Oh yeah, you know what? Fucking stupid useless bug here. He should be the king. What is
we got
happening? What am I watching?
so it's Raisin Bran, ruler of the seven food groups. Long may he reign.
Yeah. And by the way, there was this part where Edmure, Tully, he fucking gets up. He's trying to make his pitch. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah, that was supposed to
I
be the joke
survived.
of the series.
I survived. I don't know, through this and that, and like I'm a veteran of this war and this other war. And then Sansa just like we get it. Sansa's a bitch. We understand that. Like this felt so fucking cringe. Oh, Uncle, sit down. I would have loved if Edmund would have been like, no, you know what? I will not sit down. I was a prisoner for 5 years by the Lannister, thanks to your brother when he broke his marriage proposal, and everything went to shit because of your family. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna finish my fucking my little talk here.
Yeah, it's like I'm not leaving
It's
this
like,
in the
why is
hands of
this
you
guy
guys.
such a stupid bitch?
Well, it might be that just all of these people are fresh
It's
blood.
just it's just cringe shit, and just the writers like this whole season just trying to force feed us fucking Sansa as a badass person now. It's
There's
so cringe.
there have
Like the whole thing
we
that
can
they've
try to
been
defend
doing
it
with
as much as we can, but like it's just there's too many.
is retarded. It's the whole thing that the writers have been doing with Sansa and fucking Arya. The whole fucking season is just like I like these characters before the season. I really like them. I root for them, and because of like how forced and how cringe they made them, is like I fucking hate them. Well, to be honest, I never really liked Sansa, but Arya, Arya, I was team Arya all the way. Not anymore.
I mean,
Oh
they're
yeah,
all
and
they're all
then
freaking
Sam is like
metabots at
all
this
like
point.
Sam is all like, we should like maybe let the people vote, and then they all fucking laugh in his face.
Yeah, and then like they start mentioning, he said maybe we let everyone vote, and then like they
Yeah.
start saying, oh, maybe I should let
Oh,
my
I should
horse
let my
vote.
horse vote.
Yeah, it's like he
Yeah, I
didn't
should
say.
have my dog.
I was like, damn, you people. It's like
Honestly,
when
with some of the people that are here, might as well their vote will count just as much, because there's some people in here that have no fucking right or
or
shouldn't have any
brains.
say. Yeah, this fucking makes no sense.
Oh, and this freaking guy over here. I mean, he is Lord of the Vale, but
Yeah,
who the hell
he's
would
like he's
trust
grown
him to
up.
make any decisions?
He's one of the lords, I guess,
Whatever.
of the mayor houses.
So yeah,
Oh yeah,
Raisin Bran gets
and then
chosen, and
Raisin
then
Bran, yeah, I guess he's the king, and then Sansa's like, oh yeah, I like what you say, you're cool and all, but your
I'ma
dick
keep
don't work,
talk to the hand.
and I don't give a fuck about the Seven Kingdoms. We want to be independent.
I'll stand for you, but not with you, or
Yeah.
something like that.
So she completely disses the shit out of Bran in front of everybody. She tells everybody, like, within milliseconds after he gets declared the king, and everybody like a fucking idiot, like I. Dude, the fucking people from Dorne, they don't know who the fuck Bran is. Why would he agree with this? The fucking the chick from the Iron Islands, what's her name? Jara.
Jara.
Is like Jara. She had a deal with fucking Daenerys before Daenerys were all Mad Queen, that she would bend the knee, but the Iron Islands would be declared an independent kingdom. And she was like, yeah, you have your independent kingdom. And now Bran gets Bran, that she doesn't give a fuck about Bran. She barely knows who the fuck this kid is. And they're like, oh, he's the king now. And she's like, aye, okay,
Okay,
yeah,
all
I'm
right,
cool
I'll
with
do
that.
it. Aye.
She doesn't like try to get independent for the Iron Islands. And so Arya is like, I mean, Sansa within seconds is like, oh yeah,
I'm gonna let you finish, but
it's cool. I'm gonna let you finish, but first, your dick don't work. First, I want to make sure that that's known to everybody here. And two, fuck you, we're independent.
Bye.
And of course, Bran is like, yeah, whatever, sure.
No, let me just reenact it. He literally just blinks at her.
Retarded.
He blinks at her. That's his answer.
So cringe and retarded. This was so stupid.
Yeah.
So retarded.
I mean, you know what? Like, I think the decision for Bran to have become the king isn't a bad one. It does make sense because he's the keeper of history. He
So
knows
what?
the lessons of
He's
of the past.
Wikipedia. Just have him in a booth somewhere.
Exactly. Well, I mean,
the people, not the king.
so if one of the biggest reasons why we keep history is because we want to know how to react in the future or whatever, and
Okay,
like in this case,
he's
he
basically a fucking book that talks and rolls around in a chair.
exactly. So like what do people stick to in the world? Like
He
a book
could be
of
a
laws.
fucking really badass meister or or like really
He can't
good.
be a maester. He freaking
Why not? He knows everything. That's
whoa.
technically what he should be. He should go to the fucking old town to where the maesters come from, and he should be like their fucking grandmaster or whatever.
But
That's
then
what he should do.
Sam would be out of a job.
That Sam should be his bitch, basically. That's what that was what makes logical sense. Not for
Yeah.
this idiot to be a king. Like we even see at the end that the other people are making all the work and all the decisions. He's like, we're struggling. Oh, I gotta go now. He's not doing anything. He doesn't care. He's not a person anymore.
No, he said I'm gonna go find I guess I can go find him or whatever. And then he just like
He even mentions that a couple episodes ago. Oh, I cannot be the fucking Lord of Winterfell. I do not want anymore. And now, LOL, just kidding. Yeah, that's why I came here to be king. What the fuck?
yeah, but look, that was before he expressed his interest in like pimped out wheelchairs. If he's the king, he can have all of the pimped out wheelchairs he wants.
Dude, his
Mahogany,
be
plywood.
You can put boom boxes on it.
Exactly. You can be that. If
Maybe
you're
just
king.
get like a little platform, and he'll have like a couple of midgets, and they'll be singing.
Like midgets breakdancing.
Yeah, dude.
Whatever. They made him king. Everybody's kind of like hesitant about it. This freaking Grey Worm is like,
see,
you
see Tyrion's face right there? That's the face that I made when I saw this. You serious? Oh my god! Now I understand why those Lannister soldiers wanted to die. We're so eager to die.
Freaking, I wanted to die already at this point. I wasn't gonna turn it off. I was about to turn it off. Like I just, leave it to my imagination on how the true ending
would
would
have
have
been
been.
better, yeah.
Oh man, and then John is over here, hobo chic.
He probably hasn't showered in a while. It's like, yo.
Well, he looks pretty clean. I mean, maybe he showered with his own like urine or something. Who knows?
Whatever. So now he's clean. And he's like, yeah,
he's
whatever.
being,
I'm gonna go to Night's Watch.
Why
the fuck there's still a Night's Watch? Whatever.
Yeah. Well,
why? There's no White Walkers.
Tyrion, like the way that the directors wanted to present it is that Tyrion saying, "Oh, there will always be a need for orphans and bastards," like like it's basically they're like, "Oh yeah, there's always gonna be a Night Watch because we're gonna fill it with criminals, bastards, and hobos." Like what the?
That's stupid. What are we gonna go do over there? Sense. And then we see Dothraki over here, all chilling, all like, oh
yeah.
People
they're like
now
civilized members of the society, bro. Hey, as soon as someone drinks tea,
at this point they should be like a big problem. They should be going to surrounding cities and shit, and they'll be like pillaging and like raping and like fucking shit up at this point. But no, whatever. They're cool now. They don't give a fuck.
And then we got butthurt.
So
Stumpy
yeah, he takes all the Unsullied to Nath. Which, by the way, they don't mention it in the show, but in the books, Nath is this like island, I guess, kind of Caribbean island.
It's where
fucking butterflies that have a disease that only the native people are protected against, immune to. So anybody that sets foot in Nath gets this disease and dies a horrible death right away.
Yeah, which is complete, missing from the show. Has no importance whatsoever.
That's too complicated.
Yeah, whatever.
So he takes the Unsullied. He's like, all right, Unsullied, you just come with me. We're gonna go over here.
We're gonna go party at this place where we're gonna die.
They're gonna go retire like, I don't know,
the deadliest place to the Caribbean islands. Exactly.
They want to go retire to the Caribbean island, chill over there, drink pina coladas and shit, and they just leave the Dothraki behind to rape and pillage.
Exactly. Hey guys, with all this money, we can buy a house in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Whatever. And then John saying bye here, and I thought it was hilarious when like he freaking goes to Bran over here, and he tells him like, "Hey, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. I should have been there for you more." And then Bran is like, "Oh, don't worry. You were right where you needed to be." It's like, you freaking tool. I used
this fucking creepy little fuck.
It's like, oh my god.
Creepy
Look at him.
fucking
Look at his reaction when he saw that. He's like,
useless
okay.
bug.
All right, thanks. Whatever.
That's so stupid.
And then he
So
sighs and then just walks away. It's
they're
just
like, yeah, whatever. Thanks, Bran. Just being creepy like always.
oh,
Get
man.
the fuck out of here. You people suck. I think he probably only really was sad to see
Arya.
to say bye to Arya. He probably doesn't give a fuck about the other two.
Yeah, it's just weird as
They
hell.
fucking suck.
And then like we were talking about it earlier, but yeah, like freaking Bran in every single like shot that he has, he looks like he's like squeaking out like a fart. Like
Yeah,
like,
he's holding it. It's like he's
what
like
were you saying that
clenching
that
his butt and holding a fart. I
exactly
think his
like
acting notes said that in the script.
act like
When
you
I
were
look, you know.
holding a little fart.
Okay, I know exactly what it looks like. Oh man.
Yeah, so then we see here
Oh yeah, Brian.
Brian just
Okay, she's going to social media. she's, she's posting about Jamie.
status highly disappointed.
That is single now. They
Hey,
weren't a thing
that's a thing.
in a
Freaking
relationship, but it's complicated. And now she's single. She's updating her status.
and that's another thing. Like everybody thought, oh, Brianna's gonna be pregnant with uh, freaking
Jamie's
Jamie's
baby.
baby.
Dude,
That's gonna be
yeah.
lead to something. That's gonna be
He
something.
probably
And then
didn't get it. He probably couldn't even get it up.
he's like, imagine.
That's probably what she's writing. That's what she should be writing here.
It's like,
Oh,
oh,
Jamie's a stanko. He left
he's a
me.
limper.
He hit it and quit it. Tiny dick. Fugly bitch.
uh, yeah, and then
Like,
like, and then she finishes writing his story. She's an honorable person, so she's not gonna really like
yeah,
say
she's
like he had
she's
sex with me, took my virginity, and then ran away. He's an asshole. But
she's by the way, she's the what is it? The captain of the Knights of the
yeah, she's
King's
now
Guard now.
the
Yeah.
King's Guard captain. And that's the other thing. She's single now. So Tormund.
Well,
Tormund can
once you become part of the King's Guard, you're supposed. It's kind of like the Night's Watch
swear
in a
off.
sense. Yeah, you're supposed to not take a bride or fuck or anything like that.
So now we're cutting away to like look at these auto repaired pillars.
Look how nice this place looks, dude. It's like, yo, that place looks nice as fuck. It's clean. It's all like all
We're
the
back to the
walls and
first
this.
season.
Look at this shit.
We're back to the first season.
Whoever I want to know. I want
Their
an
contractor.
information whoever they hire. Yeah, dude. That's fucking amazing, dude.
Oh man.
They
And
rebuilt the goddamn city back in like less than
yeah, this is
that,
great.
like a fucking nuclear blast went off in that bitch.
Dude, that dragon was making rocks explode. Like, he was basically
It was
ripping.
ridiculous.
He was ripping through towers, like fire cutting a tower in half.
was
Like it was just
like the shit was made out of Legos. So retarded. Oh yeah, we finally see Braun again. That is just stupid.
there
Like,
was
oh yeah,
there was literally
now
no
he's-
point to that scene of him threatening Jamie and
But
Tyrion.
yeah, so
And
now,
after threatening them, like now they're all good. They're like
yeah,
buddies now.
now he's the dude. He's the lord of of High Garden. The reach, the richest and most important fucking area of this. Well, Six Kingdoms now because the North, it's
Yeah.
independent. But you know what I mean. Like really, they gave that shit to this guy. Oh my god, he's the master of coin too. It's so dumb.
Yeah, it's just it makes
Whatever.
no
Bran
freaking sense.
finally got his fucking
His fucking
castle,
castle.
bro. Fuck it. I'm happy for Bran. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, whatever.
At this point, the story is shit. So at least let the poor man get his fucking castle.
What I thought was interesting out of this scene was that Tyrion asked Sam like, "Hey, what does he mention?"
Yeah.
Like when Sam presented him the Book of Ice and Fire or whatever, he said that the Maester didn't mention him at all. And I thought that was interesting because maybe like in the actual book Tyrion is gonna die earlier, or he's just not gonna be part of the story, like probably from the
Yeah,
middle
I
towards
guess
the
it's
end.
like, I guess it's sort of like a little meta message to the writers.
Yeah, there's a
Like,
possibility that he wasn't even meant to.
why is he not included in the book? That's
Exactly.
about
And that would
what just
make
happened.
so that would make sense if, like, if we go back to the whole thing about Daenerys not acting her character, like what if Tyrion would have just died there, and that's it, and like he would have just gotten killed by her or whatever.
Yeah.
But nuances.
He would have gotten mentioned in the book, just he died a lot sooner.
Then we got the one true king of the wheelchairs over
Oh.
here, and he's basically being the same as always. This was like a 10-second meeting.
Dude, they're like working. Oh yeah, for both, and then we need food from the Reach over there. We need food from High Garden. There's hungry people, this and that. Oh, we got to do. They're all this, doing their jobs.
Have I told you what this wheelchair is made of?
And then Bran comes in and is like, have you guys heard from Drogon, my boy Drogon?
He hasn't texted me in 3 days.
Yeah, he's like, I think we saw him go east. The last sight of him was going east. He's like, oh, maybe I can find him. Okay, bye, I gotta go.
I'll just ignore all my responsibilities.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's not a person. He doesn't care about people anymore. It's so retarded. Basically, the way that ended up, I mean, Tyrion is doing all the work. Tyrion is the king.
At least we found out that Podrick
Bran is just a placeholder. Bran is just a fucking pet rock. He's just a fucking cactus. He's not doing anything.
He's photosynthesizing.
And you know what's fucked up? It's like, oh yeah, so he cannot have children, obviously. But you know that the last three-eyed raven lived to be like 1,000.
Yeah. Well, but he was hooked up to like this like ER tree or whatever, like he was getting in like insulin and then IV nutrition.
Maybe okay, he doesn't live to 1,000, but because he has the three-eyed raven powers, maybe he lives up to like 300 or 400.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be king for a long ass time, not doing shit.
Whatever, bro. At least he got
we see Podrick there.
Podrick became a knight, a Kingsguard. And he's literally stuck pulling around Bran.
Yeah, he's got that job, I guess.
Jesus.
He'll probably get some hoes, though. He'll be fine.
That's true. So, yeah, I mean, like, they're trying to close this as fast as possible. So, like, they basically just start zooming out when they start discussing, like, the nuances of the rebuilding project or whatever. Yeah, although I think that King's Landing is literally already rebuilt to begin with. But...
and then we see the
arriving.
Watch, Castle Black.
Yeah.
And finally, this is the best part of the episode coming up now.
Yeah, for sure.
Ghost is a good doggo, and he gets his fucking pat.
That is true. Look, the funny thing is that, like, they're basically focusing on the three. Exactly. The three Starks. It started with them. It ended with them. I thought it was a cool addition, but like this just kind of ruined it. Like, Arya is literally gonna do freaking Christopher Columbus. She's literally like.
I was okay with this. I mean,
I wasn't okay with this.
Like, I'm not a lady, so she's. I guess it kind of fits with her character.
So let's end the episode and then discuss about all other stuff, like, or whatever. Like we find out. Oh yeah, Ghost gets his little pet. Dude. I don't know. This is interesting because I don't know if they took the fans' opinions into consideration and actually included the petting Ghost getting petted.
I'm guessing that this could have been something that maybe wasn't supposed to be in the episode. Maybe this is a scene for another episode even that was cut in the editing, and they were like, "Oh shit, let's paste it here. Fuck it."
Oh man, I fucked up. I forgot. I'm sorry, man. let's just put it back.
I'm sorry, Ghost. Ghost is better.
So, freaking Christopher Columbus, Arya going to discover the United States of Westeros. Yeah. And then, Tormund and Jon, they're gonna go, take the, we got Queen over here. Wings.
Oh yeah, the Queen of the North, whatever, fuck, Sansa, stupid bitch. So yeah, he's taking the white. So he went to Castle Black. I think there was only whitelings there. I don't think there was.
There was a few. There was
no Night's Watch. There's nobody there.
No, there were a few Night's Watch.
No, there wasn't. Go back.
Yeah, there were like 3 of them.
No, there wasn't.
I mean, look, the 2 that opened the door, the two that are
those two,
guiding
fine.
them.
The two that went to get him or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we don't see any other ones in there. They're probably
There's
like
nobody. There's just wildlings there. And then he becomes the Lord Commander right away by default.
by default. Yeah.
Instead of say no, it's like whatever. He's the Lord Commander. And then he's like, "Fuck this place. Fuck this joint." He just takes wildlings and he just fucking goes north of the wall. It's like, forget this shit.
Yeah. So this is kind of cool. You know, like he basically looks back and he's like, "What if I don't come back at all?"
He's not gonna. It's just stupid. He's just gonna go fucking retire and just be free in the
So
wilderness.
that's it. He's gonna be the wildling
go
king.
fight polar bears and shit.
Exactly. So that pretty much makes the whole episode. You know.
It's over.
Yeah. So you know the closing statements, right?
Put the show out of his misery.
I know, right?
They fucked this thing up, man. So good.
It was.
And so bad.
Look, the overall story, and you know, like
just
the whole thing, like with the Night King, and you know, that's still it's nothing. It was nothing. It was literally nothing. The God of Light, like what is the point of that? Like where's the development of the magic stuff? Like, you know, Arya didn't use her crap at all, like for the last season or more. I don't even remember the last time that she did it. Probably to kill Walter Frey. That's the last time that I saw her use that. She didn't use that until that time, and then from there on, like nothing.
Yeah.
The whole freaking thing with no emphasis on like the magic aspect of it, like, you know, all of those people that they kidnapped, Daenerys, remember, like in the Tower of the Wizards or whatever. Like, you know, there's a whole subculture of like magic and like freaking wizards and stuff like that, and the show like just kind of like swept away with that, and they just stuck to like nothing. Like, you know, as you mentioned, like little stuff like that was mentioned in the books, like in Nar in Nath or whatever, Nath, yeah, like the butterflies that have like an incurable disease, with the AIDS, the super AIDS butterflies, like that. Literally, like nothing. Like the whole freaking plot was literally stripped to the bare bones, and then like here you go.
It's like nothing matter at the end. What was the point of like the prince that was promised, prince or princess, whatever, that went nowhere.
Yeah.
Fucking the House of Undying, that went nowhere. Fucking the Valencourt, even though they didn't show, but it's in the books, that went nowhere.
The God of Light. Look, even
God of Light, nothing.
Even something as basic as the God Tree, right? Like
what
do they have? What do they? Yeah, that especially that. That is such a big thing that, like, you know, JR was, you know, has been building like in the books and whatever, like, but nothing went anywhere. It literally just ended bare bones. You got nothing else. You're gonna have to wait for the books, I guess. And I think that's like a really bad decision because, you know, we can read the books. It doesn't matter. But like, if the show was gonna be a faithful adaptation, you know, we got it's not really a direct comparison, but like, you know, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, like movies or series that have been, you know, faithful to the publication. Like this didn't do a good job, and I'm sure that nobody's gonna remake this show for a very long time, if they even will remake like the show. So like, I thought that it was very poor of the directors to not give it more of like a shot, like to just take the easy way out and just give you the bare bones and just call it a day.
Yeah. So look, so here's the problem. What I think happened, what my hypothesis is of what happened. So it is known, it is known that HBO was all up for having 10 seasons. They were green lit to have 10 seasons. They were like, yes, let's do it. But D&D were like, you know what? We can do it in 7.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, they wanted to do only 7.
Bad choice.
And HBO was like, wait a second, that doesn't sound like a good idea. Anyway, so back and forward happened, and they ended up okay, eight. Which at the end of the day, season 7 and 8 were not 10 episode seasons. So in reality, we only got like 2 more episodes. So they did the 7 seasons with 2 extra episodes basically. Um,
It was good. It was still good.
so so D&D were like, you know what? We got paid. We got fucking Star Wars coming up that we're gonna make bank with that. Fuck Game of Thrones.
If
Let's
they don't fuck
rush
it
this
up.
shit. Let's get this shit done now. Let's just butcher this shit, race it like just race to the fucking finish line, and let's jump ship to fucking Star Wars where we're gonna really make bank.
Well, that's if they
That's
don't
what
fuck
I
up the
think happened.
story. That's if they don't fuck up the story in Star Wars too. They, I
Oh
mean,
yeah, well,
that
I
has
mean,
already
I'm not
pretty
a
bad.
Star Wars fan, so whatever, good riddance. But yeah, I'm sorry for the Star Wars fans out there that have to deal with those two fuckers now.
Whatever. So, yeah, lazy, like to
Rush,
such a living, breathing world that they had,
they
and
killed,
nuances and interconnecting like character arcs and story, and like they didn't do
they butchered it.
anything with it. They literally
Yeah.
like took the bare
Well,
bones
look,
out.
I guess our watch has ended, and now
We must move to better things. You know what? The
our
only
new
thing
watch is
Stranger
waiting
Things.
for the book. Oh yeah, Stranger Things. Yeah,
That's
for
it.
sure. We
That's
gotta
my
do videos on Stranger Things. Stranger Things
Yeah,
is shit.
for sure. Like that's the only saving grace. That's the only thing I'm looking for. I think I'm still alive because of that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, like it's just freaking retarded. Like I agree. They they probably, you know what I thought too, like maybe what they were doing is that they were getting like sticky notes from JR, like saying like major plot points. Oh, Bran is the king. And then, you got from point A to point B, and like they just
And
like
they didn't know how to get there.
and they just
Whatever. Just connect the dots. It's fucking stupid.
they're like following like this little freaking star chart. I was like, oh, wait a second, whatever.
Honestly, dude, if you go to like Reddit and you go to our freefolk and all those Reddit forums, you'll see a lot of like alternate endings and like different plot scenarios. Like I've seen like a bunch of examples of just random people coming up with stuff that's way better than the shit that they fed us.
Yeah, you want to go over
Way better,
you
like
want me to go over
light years.
the example?
Yeah. This is a particularly good one that
So
somebody posted on the free folk Reddit, and yeah, just go ahead and read it.
yeah, so basically, kudos to user ANMS11.
Yeah,
He basically posted this
we'll put a
theory.
link.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a Twitter user that posted this. But basically, the the whole alternate ending or whatever is that the Night King did like go to King's Landing, and all hell is breaking loose. Like there's death, like worse than the Red Wedding. People are dying left and right. Main characters, like all hope seems lost. And then it gets to the point that like everybody's a White Walker. Like all of the major characters are like White Walkers at this point. And John is the only one left, and he's basically he gets sent north, and he leads the wildlings out of the wall with the whole point in mind to like try to rebuild the wall, and keep the White Walkers like on the other side, and it's basically like it's a flip scenario, like
yeah.
the north becomes the safe zone,
The,
and then
yeah.
Westeros is like the whole freaking like the end of the world kind of thing.
Yeah,
um,
and then they're saying there also that Drogon's
yeah, that
out because
Drogon.
he's the last Targaryen.
Exactly. That because he is the last Targaryen, Drogon like follows him there because he knows that
They're
as
gonna
the
need
last
him there.
Targaryen, he's gonna need his help like later, and that's basically where it ends, and then they just ended at that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. We'll put a link in the description.
yeah,
The whole you guys can. actually pretty cool. So obviously we just gave you like a little like
A
a
glimpse.
glimpse of it. All
So
right,
I mean, that's it. I
so
mean,
I think it's over.
we can finally get back to our lives and
That's it,
realize
man.
that we need to move on to better things now.
Yeah, I'm not like butthurt or anything, whatever. Like I knew that, like you said, this is not a happy show or anything like that. I think that's what we liked about it, honestly. Like at least most people. Like I wasn't expecting, like I wasn't up for like Danny to have a happy ending or John or anything like that. That wasn't what this whole problem. I think most of the people that are having problems with the show, I think that's not what it is about. It's just bro
Well, most of the people
poorly
that are having
developed
it are
stuff.
like mostly they're like the fans of the books and just overall fans of this world, like of
Yeah.
the whole. They probably the people that are butthurt is just it's actually the people that have more of an imagination than the actual directors did,
Yeah.
and they're kind of butthurt because they're like, what the hell? I could have freaking made a better like story than this, or like I could have ended
I
it
mean,
better
dude,
than
look,
all
the
of these
the
people.
petition already has over a million signatures and
Yeah, then
counting.
like,
I don't even know
and
how many it has.
I understand why the actors are actually finding it disrespectful, and I understand like
Not
it's
all of
just
them. The stupid Selfie Turner, whatever,
Sansa,
Sansa,
yeah.
stupid ass. She was the main one that's like, oh, this is respectful, blah blah blah. From the get go, even the guy put it in the description. This is not about the actors or the graphical people or the people that made the costumes. Nobody's complaining about that. We all understand. People that have
Yeah,
two fingers of forehead understand that what we're crying about, well, not crying, but what we're complaining about is the
the story.
writing, is the rush, like the butchering of all these plot lines, all these arcs, and all everything that we loved about this show. That's what the complaint is about. That's what this it like the people that put together this petition is to send a message to like the HBOs of the world, Disney, all those people. Don't hire these fucking hacks. Like they destroy a story that we love and cherish and that we fucking invested 10 years on.
Whatever.
Uh, I'm just fucking disappointed. I'm over it.
Yeah,
On to the next. Let's wait for the books. Hopefully, J.R. Martin gets There's a whole conspiracy theory that he has like this under the table deal that he was gonna wait for them to bomb the show and just completely make a fool of himself, and then he's gonna be like, okay, you know what, I do.
he's Bran, dude. He's Bran.
I hope like after this debacle, he kind of like sees what happened and he's like, man, I like that, like give him the energy and like the this. I mean,
The will.
just the will to just get the shit done, man.
Yeah, I hope he finishes too. It's up to the future, but as of now, yeah, Game of Thrones, it fucked up. Like this was a bad ending in my opinion.
Just
Yeah,
whatever.
and it's just
It was like
like we were
so
mentioning it.
indifferent. Nothing surprising happened. No closure to any of the important plot lines. R plus L equals J. That ended up meaning nothing. The fact that Jon Snow was a Targaryen, that meant nothing. Nothing. It meant nothing. It changed nothing. Yeah, more than just the fact that they threw arcs away and like the magic went out of the window and all this shit and they rush it. It's like the show stopped being logical. Like
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give you
It
a couple
was.
of examples. When Gendry Danny's like, okay, you're like the storm's end now and I make you a Baratheon now. He's like, yeah, cool. So he goes home and he's like, I'm the Lord now. So you're telling me this whole time there wasn't any other houses? Because there's other houses, there's other royal. So nobody was like, who the fuck are you? Like, like the whole time I envisioned like Gendry going back home all happy, like, yeah, fucking Lord of the Stormlands now. All you bitches better bow to me. And he goes over there, yeah, I'm the Lord now. This is my castle. And some guys look at him like, who the fuck
Who?
are you? And they just
Who are
beat
you?
him up and leave him in a ditch
He's
somewhere.
like,
They're like,
Yeah, but
fuck.
the same
I'm going
thing,
back to flea bottom.
dude. The same thing with Braun. The same thing with Braun. Like
Yeah.
he basically just
Like, you
threatens
think that
Jamie.
High
He threatens
Garden, the
Tyrion,
fucking,
the richest people ever.
you think that they were the only royal, like whatever high house, loyal house, royal house in that area? No, somebody already tried to take, or somebody already occupied that fucking damn thing. Get the fuck out of here.
Whatever. Yeah, it's just stupid. I
Yeah.
think.
The other thing I wanted to bring up that was fucking completely retarded is that we spoke to about it a little bit. Is like the whole thing with Sansa. So first, Sansa is being super catty and super hateful to fucking Danny. Like complete like disrespect, like straight up disrespect. Like, who is this bitch? I don't know her, bro. I don't like her. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, you're gonna help us with your dragons. Without you, we'll probably get fucking decimated by the fucking White Walkers. Doesn't matter. Still hate you. Fuck you. Get out of here. Okay, so and it's not just her. The people in the north are like giving her stink eye too, and they hate her and shit. And she even later on mentions, "Oh, there's no love in here for me," even though like she just risked everything to fight for the north and to save basically humankind, right? And there's no love for her in the north, especially for Sansa.
Well, that's all
But
part of the whole thing with Daenerys too. Like that's out of character. Like she she rescues Jon. She's freaking seeing like the dead are coming. She wants to save the world, and then all of a sudden, freaking
now
360.
she's a tyrant.
Yeah, like it's
But look, check this out. How this doesn't make any sense. So okay, so they hate fucking Nanny for no fucking reason, even though she just fought for them. Like she did everything she could possibly do to win the North and win their respect. No, fuck you, get out. We still hate you. You're a bitch. Okay, fine. But they accepted fucking Theon back. You know what Theon did, right? Do they understand what Theon did?
yeah,
He
yeah. It's
fucking
just
burned Winterfell. He is
and
one of the main reasons why the original king in the north fucking Rob died. He betrayed
exactly.
Rob.
No,
He fucking
he was the
betrayed
reason.
him, and he killed the original Meister there in Winterfell. He killed the right hand guy for Ned Stark, the guy that had the beard that connected his chin,
Yeah,
looked
yeah,
retarded.
yeah. One of the houses.
He killed some random kids there from some family there in Winterfell, and they just the people in the north just welcome him with open
Whoa!
arms. They're like they
Look
have
at that.
no issue with him being back in there. He's like, oh yeah, he's cool now. We don't
He's
care.
hugging Sansa and
It's
he's
just so
crying.
retarded. Like I get why Sansa like has this connection with him because they both went through like fucking what's his name, Ramsey.
Yeah.
They both suffer from Ramsey. They have that connection, whatever. And Theon saved her.
Yeah, but
Cool.
I get
But
it.
what
Like
about the other people in
Daenerys.
the north that he fucking burned their houses? Two kids. What about the people from that family? The kids that he killed.
They're probably already dead.
It's like what the fuck? And like John is like when he first meets Theon in Dragonstone, he's like, I don't know what you did, but I already forgive you. You're my
Yeah,
brother.
it's just
It's like, do you understand what he did?
yeah.
It's not
I
cool.
don't think he does.
He betrayed your brother, and your brother died. That's when he's like, "Yeah, I forgive you. It's cool, brother." Get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm saying.
That's not
Logically,
what.
that's not how
Yeah,
people act
yeah. I
in
wouldn't
general.
be.
It
Even
makes zero
even
fucking
if I
sense.
even if like some people
Zero.
say like Theon paid for his crimes. He suffered enough. Like
Yeah,
he understands.
but that's
He
us.
still did it.
Us, the audience. The audience. We
Yeah.
know what Theon went through, and maybe Sansa. Even though I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if she knows all the details. But yeah, us, the audience, it kind of went over our heads, and we didn't realize this whole thing with Theon because we live what Theon went through. We know
Yeah.
that he lost
There's
his
no way
dick
that
and all that
individual
shit.
characters would have that.
So he goes back to Winterfell. Nobody reacts, and internally we're thinking, "Oh, pobrecito, whatever. He already paid for his crimes." But the people in the north don't know this shit.
Wait, how much is a dick worth? So if you get your dick chopped off, you're forgiven for murder, uh, betrayal,
Yeah, I don't know.
like
Maybe that's what Dani
innocence,
should have done. She should have
killing
like
kings.
chopped off one of her boobs or something. And then the north will be like, "All right, you're cool now. We
Oh
like you
man,
now."
whatever.
So retarded. Just
Yeah,
completely like he like just that's it. Just not Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and
It's
then like
just
Danny comes there
logic
with
out the
their
window.
Danny comes there with the dragons, like trying to save them and save the world, and they're like, I fucking hate you. I don't like.
Danny could have just gone
Get
like,
out of here.
what? The North fucking landing, burn this
Yeah,
bitch.
freaking fly back to Nath, and then like just
Like,
waited for.
she could have gone straight to King's Landing and probably not killed that many people. Just take fucking Cersei. All her 3 dragons would have been fine because there was no scorpions or no
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly.
And she would have like fucking taken King's Landing, just chilling there, and then the North, whatever, you guys figure it out.
Yeah, there. So we could freaking argue about this like forever.
Forever.
Like there's so many freaking plot points that were either skipped, inconsistent, or just outright done wrong.
Yeah.
That yeah, overall, like let's give the show a rating. It's a good show. The
Nah,
first
I mean,
6
the thing is,
seasons.
we gotta put like a demarcation line, like like up to season 4, the end of season 4, just A+, 100%, awesome.
Yeah.
Then from season 5 and on, I would say season 5 through 6 was still solid. I still give that like a
Yeah, I like them.
B+.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
good,
would put an A on that. I'm actually
fine.
like
Yeah,
10 out of 10 with it.
I'm not gonna argue with you on that. But then from season 7 on, just straight dookie, just poopy.
I mean, even
Just
season 7 wasn't that bad. Like,
yeah, but think about season 7 here. What happened in season 7 that was important for the plotline? The dragon getting killed and then the Night King getting. That was it. Nothing else that happened in season 7 was important. That's it. Let's say I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna close with this. So fine, the writers and the directors, whatever, the showmakers decided it's gonna be 8 seasons. Cool. All right, whatever. For whatever your reasons are, people wanted to end the show. They wanted to go on with their lives. Whatever. I can't judge them on that too harshly. But why don't you use the time properly? Like even with 8 seasons, they would have still had enough time to develop some of those plot lines. Like season 7 was a whole bunch of filler and garbage, and like fucking fan service bullshit. That season 7 they could have dedicated that to just the White Walkers. Imagine this: season 7, the whole season is 10 episodes just about the White Walkers, and it ends with the White Walkers being defeated, the Night King. A whole season of that. And then season 8, also forget the fillers, no bullshit, just 10 episodes, and then you just do the rest of the plot lines. You do a couple of episodes for Cersei, and then let's say the last 4 episodes for Danny and closing that whole thing, and then you got a 2 seasons to start building up the whole thing of Danny's becoming the crazy the mad queen.
so that yeah,
Like,
that's the
that could have
thing.
worked.
Were they planning like from the very beginning? Were they planning
It
properly,
seems like
or
they
were
weren't
they?
planning and they were just,
Yeah, they were just popping out ideas and then just like trying to fill
oh,
those
the fans
gaps.
might like this. Let's have Jamie sleep with Brian.
And
And
then
then
just
do a complete 180.
yeah, and then just like leave her afterwards. That'll go
Yeah.
great with the
Woo!
single moms out there.
Awesome.
Whatever. So yeah, overall, as you said, seasons 1 through 6, A+, nothing wrong, perfect. Then season
Yeah.
7, I would give it like a B maybe.
Oh.
And then season 8, just
Oh.
that's it. After that, it's just
Oh.
barely passing. I would give it a C minus.
That's a,
Wait, is a C
yeah.
minus passing? I don't think so, right?
Can you pass with a D?
I don't think we can.
I don't think, what does it pass? It doesn't. My book doesn't pass shit.
I don't think you can pass with a D.
But
Yeah,
it's garbage.
whatever.
All
I
right.
think that's it. Thanks, guys. I mean, if you have anything to tell us, just drop it in the comments. What did you think about this season? What are your thoughts? Like, his is it really as bad as we think it is? Maybe we're maybe thinking about it a little bit too much. Uh, but in general, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Just drop a comment below. tell us what's going on. If there's any shows that you guys want us to watch, and maybe like state our opinion on. So,
Yep.
we'll be here. You have anything to say?
All right. Nope. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified next time we upload some content.
Cool.